There is a kind of African art that was never made for display. It was not made for tourists, not for museums, not for cameras. Some pieces were not even meant to be seen by everyone in the community. They were hidden, not because they were secrets, but because they were powerful. In many African societies, art was not decoration, it was instruction, it was protection, it was law. Some objects kept were kept in shrines. Some were brought out only once in a year. Some were seen only by elders. Some were seen only during initiation. To see them without preparation was to misunderstand them. Today, we see many of these objects behind glass. We take pictures, we zoom in, we comment on the shape, we talk about the design and style. But what happens when something sacred becomes visible to everyone? What happens when something powerful becomes permanent display? In its original home, art moved with time. It appeared and disappeared. It was revealed slowly. It was earned. You did not just walk in and look at it. You grew into it. But once removed from that rhythm, it becomes frozen. Always visible, always available, always exposed. And something changes. Because power in many African traditions was not loud, it was controlled, it was guarded, it was revealed in layers. When everything becomes visible, mystery disappears. When mystery disappears, depth can fade. There is also another loss. Some artworks were not meant to survive forever. Some were meant to decay. Would age. Would age. Fibers would weaken. Earth would return to earth. The fading was part of the meaning. But now, preservation has replaced rhythm. We try to make everything last forever, but not everything was meant to last. Some art was meant to breathe with time. So, when we see African art today, we must ask, are we seeing it? Or are we seeing what remains after it has been separated from its silence? Because sometimes what made the object powerful was not what it looked like, it was when it appeared. Who was allowed to see it, who was not? What words were spoken before it was revealed? What songs were sung after? Without that, we are looking at form without atmosphere, surface without ceremony, shape without season, and yet, even in silence, something remains. The object still carries weight, it still carries memory, even behind glass, even in photographs, even in archives. The question is not whether African art is beautiful. It is. The deeper question is, what did it mean before we began to look at it? What does it mean now that everyone can? Maybe the real story of African art is not just about what was taken, but about what was exposed. Whether exposed always equals understanding. Sometimes the most powerful art is the art that was never meant to be seen by all. This is the African Art Archive.